Dude, you know what? You were right. When you were talking about the comic bug needing to lean into like the beach vibe too, I was like, yeah, man, we should all like be wearing like tank tops and like sunscreen on our noses and like, you know, big aviator shades.
I wanted to do a new comic book day video where I'm like
At the
kicking it on
beach.
a beach chair,
reading
my comics
in the store.
because that's like something people visualize.
Yeah.
You know, that's like
The relaxing.
an ideal comic book situation. Yeah, being like beachside with a comic book, maybe a cocktail if that's your thing,
Whoa.
or an energy drink.
Or an energy drink.
You know, or
a
coffee.
cool, crisp, refreshing glass of water.
Yeah, or pineapple juice.
That's real good for you.
Yeah.
Pineapple juice is real good for you.
Pineapple juice.
You know about pineapple juice?
Even some OJ.
Whoa.
Even some orange juice. We're big juice people.
You're huge juice people.
Especially when you have a little one. You know, you got to have
Juice is big, man. When you got a little one, you got juice all the time. Juice is unfortunately expensive.
It is expensive,
Especially when you get the good kind.
But I think that having that sort of beach sort of setting and everything could be kind of cool.
It's
also,
cool.
we got the comic bug guy. He's a character. We should put that character in
The little
different
bug.
situations.
It's true.
He's on a surfboard, or the comic bug, or the little bug man's like on the beach, like kicking back, you know, reading some Spider-Man. That's good. I loved on our honeymoon, we went to Hawaii, and I was just like ripping comics on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Shredding them and
Shredding them and ripping them.
No, diving into them. I was reading them.
Reading comics on the
them.
beach. Does it ever get sandy?
That is something to be aware of. You know, you do have to be a little careful about that. But, you know.
Much like Anakin Skywalker.
Right.
I don't like sand.
It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
I have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
Does it feel weird today? Does something feel different?
Something does feel different, and I was trying to just talk through it.
Sure,
and
but
see
I need
if
to bring
maybe
it up.
Yeah. No, it's something
My
we can't.
my autism will not allow me to go unsaid.
I understand. So let me just shine a spotlight on this situation. We've switched sides.
We've switched seats.
Switching sides.
Switching sides.
Switching sides.
Get over here.
It's not the same game, but I wanted to do a voice line.
Hey, it worked.
Thanks.
It worked. People got it.
Okay.
Yeah, we have switched sides, and I mean, this is cool. Thought it was going to feel a little bit different.
I don't
but
think it does now that we've brought it up.
I just see Wonder Woman behind you. We got this
Wonder Woman.
awesome Batman
New
detective comic.
We'll put a picture of that
Wall
on
print.
here, but we see it there, but you could see it like right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Eli, take a picture of that so we can put it on there.
But yeah, hey guys,
What's up, guys?
It's July.
July.
No.
It's not July.
Let's rewind this for a second. Hey guys, it's August.
August. August.
You know, July felt like it was a long month.
Yeah, June.
'Cause we did so much.
June and July ran together for me, which made it feel like June-lie.
And you know, we talked about this in the last episode how hot it's
been so hot,
but it's still been hot. That hasn't let up.
It's been roasty toasty.
Yeah, it makes even just trying to get comfy and reading comic books, you're just like, man, like that AC.
That AC can really hit. It really
can.
hits right now. People coming into the store, you know, coming in from outside, and it's like, oh, it feels so good in here. And I'm like, dude, even now it feels like warm. But
Wednesday, I was like, I feel like maybe like we're the advocates for the AC. Where I'm like, guys, we turn the air on.
Crank it, man.
It says it's 90 on the thermostat. I'm like,
and they're like, open the door.
Yeah, I'm like, we have one
the
door.
The door's not gonna cut it.
There are no windows.
There's not a flow stream of breeze through this store.
There's no fans.
Yep.
It's just like
circulation is bad.
That's how it is. And it's important for a comic book store to be comfortable and cool. So people want to stay in here and browse a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need to be in here that extra 10 minutes so you swing to the side of, I'm going to buy that book.
I will say, though, as the day goes on and the night gets closer and I'm closer to clocking out, I will turn that AC off and turn like music off, turn the television, just to encourage people to like, it's time to go home.
All right, guys.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. I have stuff to do.
We like to go home.
We do. I got a family.
We have families.
Yeah.
You want to go see your family? No.
I'm happy here. I love the comic bug. This is a great place to work.
Yeah.
And I will never
take it for granted.
Take it for granted. This is the best job I've ever had.
Absolutely. I agree. You know, we're very fortunate.
Very fortunate.
Very fortunate. Very
that is
grateful.
something that I see a lot on our Instagram and on our social media is people constantly being like, "Oh, I'm so jealous. I wish."
But it's a lot of work though. It's not just as simple as
exactly.
And even being brought onto the team, that was something that's made very clear. Is it's like, hey, this isn't just a a job where you're just goofing off and reading
No.
comics behind the counter.
Absolutely
And
not.
You can ignore people when they come in, or
That
do
is one of
whatever you want.
the trick questions that they ask you in an interview. Like, how many
Exactly.
comics do you think you could read throughout a usual, like a normal shift?
You're like,
and
what?
the answer is none. Like, you don't read during a shift.
No. I was like, we can talk about comics with
Sure.
people, engage with customers over comic books.
And you should.
And really that will just
should.
happen.
Yeah, that's going to happen naturally.
That will just happen. And,
If there's one thing I
but
know
lean
about
in,
some
but
of
lean
the-
into that.
Yeah, there's one thing I know about some of the comic book fans and people that come into in the store. They want to have those conversations. They want to talk. This is an exciting world that we all share our love for.
Exactly. And there's nothing to get you more hyped up or gassed up when someone's also just as excited.
jazz. And you know what? It's been so fun, and I want to just dive kind of right into it right off the bat. Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Brand New Day. Yes. No, that's
the level of joy that I have had the last few days after that movie, this movie's come out, with people coming in and being like, "Did you see it? Did you see it?"
It's also a great feeling to tell people, like, it's great.
It's good.
It's good. Go
It's
see
really
it.
good. Go see it.
And then you see them getting excited. Okay, I will. I'll go check it out. And it's like, that's important because you need someone to be on the side of
Yes.
like, hey, this is good. Go
Yes.
check it out. And then having those conversations in person too, just
yeah,
they
because
really bring out the joy.
the joy of it. You can talk about how much it mattered to you, how much it means to you, how much the character that you love beyond the movies.
Yes.
Like we've loved Spider-Man for so long, and now to see a representation of him that we feel is very true to who he is in the comics.
Sure.
Is
One
important.
of the most Spider-Man movies we've gotten
Absolutely.
in a long time. I mean, each of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies from the MCU have had their own special itch that they kind of scratched. In
exactly.
No Way Home, we got to see the other Spider-Mans brought
have
into
a little
the world.
bit more of their story
But this was
complete.
such a Spider-Man centric story.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of great books that we have even out here on display that kind of touch upon those themes in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Absolutely. And just the theme of Spider-Man Brand New Day is something that I feel like is really relevant to our lives right now, especially in a world that is very heavy with despair and isolation.
Yes.
The idea that, community, friends, showing up and helping people out and being a part of that bigger can pull you out of places, darker places that you can't do on your own.
Sure. And I think something else that's important too is the journey matters. You know, it's, you could be in that place where we find Peter in the beginning of the movie and, he's still going, that sort of determination and
he did not give up.
That willpower. He did not give up. And when you don't give up, as hard as it may be, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And once you hit it and embrace it, and it's important to be able to recognize it as well.
Oh, yeah,
and,
for sure.
And that was a lot of what his journey was in the movie, right? Because you know what? We actually didn't get to talk about the movie
Not really.
outside of this podcast.
This is the first time that Eli and I are actually talking about
because I
the
ran
film.
away at the end of the movie.
I was like, "Where's my friend?"
Yeah, I do that. I'm kind of like I'm Batman in the way where you're Jim Gordon. You
He's
turn
a ghost
around.
in the wind, a ghost in the shell.
You turn around, I'm gone, and you say something along the lines of like
You disappeared.
He always does this.
I want to know what Batman and Bruce Gordon's or Batman and Jim Gordon's text message thread. Dude, why'd you just walk away? I was in the middle of a sentence.
Or sometimes it's like where it'll be so close where I'm like, I'm sure if he probably looked around the corner, he's probably
right.
He's still running.
He couldn't have gotten that. It's Batman. Now, I do love the moments when Jim's saying something and then he looks and then you see Bruce flying away. I'm
Cool.
okay, that's cool because he's not.
But you know what I mean.
He's not just ducking behind the AC vents.
There'll be a maybe it'll be in a cartoon or even a something, a movie where you're just the way they present that situation, you'll be like, he's probably around the corner.
There's no way that he's anywhere but right around that.
Look over the edge, he's probably still there.
Hanging on the ledge.
But he's just nope, I'm going to stand right here
and
for
that
5 more minutes.
And that's what you do to me. You always disappear right in the middle of a... No.
But we all got to see Spider-Man with the shop.
The shop and some
with
friends
some of our
and family and
which always adds to the experience.
It does. It adds a level of community to these films. And again, that's what we see when people come into the shop. They want to talk about these characters.
Yeah.
It's the level of instant community.
Yes. And just the excitement, it was palpable in the theater.
Yeah.
Everyone was dressed up in Spider-Man gear. People were laughing, cheering, shock and awe moments.
Oh yeah,
the
moment of shock and
my
surprise.
My favorite part of going to the movies, especially seeing an MCU film or anything in this sort of world, it's the fandom when it just reminds me that it's like there is still hope,
Yeah.
and that there are people who do care about these characters and want good stories, and I am feeling optimistic about the future with the way Marvel Studios is sort of reacting to all of this.
Absolutely.
Focusing on quality
over quantity.
Yep,
and that's important.
What we need. I think that's what we need, and I'm glad that this is happening because it's a good example of like this is what people are into right now.
And pushing these stories into the future. We're actually getting excited about the future of the MCU again, as opposed to sort of being directionless.
We're really in the future.
We are in the future. I
believe Brand New Day takes place in 2028.
And we are pushing towards a Doomsday film, which we got to see a little bit of at Comic-Con.
Yes. One thing I wanted to touch on really quick about timeline and the fact that, Brand New Day is meant to be 2028. It's just crazy to me how it's so normal for us to look at that date. Mm-hmm. And we're just so far ahead in the future than we were in the early 2000s.
Oh, my God, yes.
Now we're watching movies where it's normal for a movie to be close to 2030.
2030. Yeah. Which, 2030, how many sci-fi movies came out in 1980, 1990, where the year 2030 was like, we were deep in space travel.
Yeah,
like
we were
were
wearing bubble suits,
exactly.
like wearing glass orbs over our head.
Exactly.
Whatever,
we were colonizing planets and like going into the space, race thing. And it was like, no, we're still dealing with.
We still get a ground level Spider-Man movie.
We still get a grounded level Spider-Man movie in 2020, 2026. Comic-Con was huge.
Your first con.
My very first Comic-Con ever. Not just San Diego, but in general, I have never been to a convention before. And I think, diving headfirst into San Diego, it was a day. We went down for a day. We just went down for Saturday. And even then, it was exhausting. It was overwhelming. It was so
That moment
much.
we first stepped in the exhibition hall, we were like,
this is huge. I mean, it was huge. But it was so much fun.
I felt like the lighting from outside, inside too. I was like, we were all in there and everyone was around us. We just took a moment. We're like in full cosplay.
Oh yeah, I went full Viking. He was in a full Jedi outfit. It was
we're
so
sweating
fun.
And we step on the floor and we were both just like, whoa, there are a lot of people. And then also the stimulation from just all the Marvel and superhero
DC
Comic-Con goodness.
And like every booth was so lit up and bright, and they had so many displays and like exhibits and cosplayers were walking around.
It's a sensory overload.
It was sensory overload, but but like
in the best ways.
Yeah, in the best way possible, because really
we went nonverbal.
We did. We kind of just like
we were like, okay, where do we go?
What's happening? Where do we go? And to be like completely honest with you, like that is not my preferred state. That is not my preferred environment at all. Like I don't love big crowds. I don't love that level of sensory bombardment. Yeah. But that being there, being there with my buddy, being there with you, and like having a companion and someone that I could like rely on to be there was very helpful. Yeah, kept me grounded, but also the level of excitement and joy about so many of the things that we both love and care about so deeply that was just emanating from everybody. They were so excited to look at comics, to talk about the movies, to see, the figures and the statues, and it was so it was real. It felt like these are people that share a deep love that I have in my heart, and it's that immediate community feeling.
Right, and everything around you it's positive and focused on this fandom, and if you just look at it like that's what it's meant to be. Yeah, and everyone, especially with current events across the world, it's like people are looking for that positivity and showing up at a con like this where there's so many fans and people being creative with their
cosplays were so cool.
Artist Alley and just being able to approach these creators.
To meet these amazing creators
so easily.
Yeah,
it's so easy, guys. I mean, obviously Comic-Con is, it can be expensive. It can be a mission getting there. People fly in to California to go to this thing. But once you're there, going in Artist Alley, I mean, dude,
it was beautiful.
You could just walk up and talk to anybody.
I walked up and I just said, I got to talk to Asad Ribic, who is one of my favorite artists, and he's done the art for some of the most influential comics in my life.
Secret Wars, baby.
Secret Wars, Silver Surfer Requiem. I will always talk about that comic and what it did to my teenage brain, and it shifted focus, and it gave me a lot of empathy. That book gives a lot of empathy.
Absolutely, and we were just cruising cruising down the aisles. We saw some creators that it was packed. You know, there were a lot of people. It's
Chip
really,
Zdarsky, love you, buddy. Your line was huge.
Yeah, exactly. We were just shouting at people as we were walking by.
Love you, Chip.
We were just like, love you, Chip. Also seeing other guy and be like, hey, we love your work.
Yeah.
Hey, we love your work. And that honestly was kind of the way to do it. A lot of them were sort of like, oh, thanks, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, cool. And you're like, yeah, you know, and again, one of the perks of working in a comic book store is we do get to do a lot of really cool signings. We had an excellent Green Arrow signing. I don't know if we talked about.
I don't know if we got to talk about that on the pod, but we did.
That happened.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
It was really cool. We had Pornsack and Rafa come in and sign all the copies of Absolute Green Arrow that we had in the store, and it was so cool. We had lines wrapped around the building.
Huge turnout.
A huge turnout of fans.
If you guys want to see what that looked like, we have videos posted on social media.
Yeah.
Comic Bug. You can see what we were doing there, and man, that was just a good time.
It was a great day.
It was awesome getting seeing the line. Seeing the enthusiasm from all of our customers and new faces, old faces, everyone coming and getting their book signed, and it was
great.
We pulled it off effortlessly. We look like pros when we do this kind of thing.
Oh, I have every time. Like there's no sense of you know, we always do the exact right thing every single time. That's what we're known for.
Yeah, exactly. Comic-Con was just wow. We visited the Marvel booths, the DC booths. We tried to visit every booth possible.
We did a full walk through the convention center, and even then, I think we did twice.
Well, the biggest thing for me is if I had another day, I would have taken my time.
Sure.
The crowds did make it hard to take your time.
It did because they were pushing
I could
you.
hang out at Sideshow. Yeah. And I didn't take nearly enough video as I wanted to.
Me neither. I got back and I was like,
I could have stood there and just looked at those Hot Toy figures. But again, we saw some
amazing Hot Toy figures. But again,
gosh, if I could get some.
If you were there and if you're there and you're spending the whole time just filming and taking videos of everything, and I know people do that, I felt like I was missing out on these, just getting to watch
not in one day.
If I could go back and do the video, I would do a day of video.
Sure.
And I think next year we have plans for being there a little longer. We'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, no, I wanted to touch on that with the 2027 update.
Yeah.
And, you know,
there'll be big things.
Yeah, there'll be some big things.
I'm excited for big things coming up for Hero Panel. And, you know, we kind of, I mean, you talked about this and I agree. You know, can we keep doing this? You know, does this have legs? Did we like doing it after a year? Did we like still doing it after, as long as we've been doing it? And this is still fun. We have people listening. I have people come up to me all the time in the shop and be like, I heard the last episode of the podcast. Like, I like hearing you guys.
Right. Well, and also when we're out, you know, at Artist Alley and we're talking to people, you know, we kind of like, we're trying to like mention our podcast.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's nice having that to be able to say like, hey,
it's
not
a nice
only are we
bridge.
Just like we work at a comic book store, but it's like we have, you know, a presence.
Right.
We're doing some other things that are
got to talk to the guys from Heavy Metal, the new guys that have sort of stepped in and taken that. Like they had that
was really cool. We had a nice conversation with them and kind of learned a lot about the tribulations that Heavy Metal magazine has been going through over the last few years. And we were like,
had no idea, you know, behind the scenes stuff. You get to hear those stories from people there, which is really cool.
Sure. Next year, I think we're going to go in with a little bit more time and a game plan and, like we said, a special announcement perhaps. If we had another day just to
roam
hit the
around.
floor again, maybe even do a panel or two. A day of filming where we're just like, hey, today we're going to make videos and get B-roll.
Not having to walk around in boots that weren't broken in yet.
Yeah, or holding on to a light. Boots that are broken. Oh, my goodness. My boots were a whole thing. Or walking around with a lightsaber swinging around off your back.
I'll bring it.
When I got changed, when we went back to the car and I got changed, I was like,
I'm a whole new person.
Next time, let's bring a change of clothes.
Change of clothes, yep.
We're gonna, or, you know, ideally we'll be staying nearby.
Yeah, so we can have a little bit of a respite.
It was so good, and I can't wait to go back next year.
Yeah.
We got to see the Doctor Doom costume.
Full costume, right
the
there.
full body. We took some pictures against that and the other costumes of the show.
Oh, all the Doomsday costumes were like up there. Didn't get to see the Latvian witch, but that's okay. She was there, I think the day before and the day before, and then the day after they brought out all of them. On Sunday, all the costume, the Latvian witches, Doom, and they all were out. On display.
Yeah, we ran into some people we knew.
Yeah.
Saw some friends.
Saw a lot of people from the store. You know, it was definitely really fun to like be there and see, you know, my friends from the store and the people that I know also come and hang out here, and like this is a place of
Yeah, I think there was this this added layer of excitement because of Avengers Doomsday as well. We had more people at the con this year. I feel like I was getting a sense that folks who usually go to Comic-Con were saying that this year it's bigger than it's ever been. There's more
excitement.
Yeah, and it's because we have an Avengers movie.
We have an Avengers movie for the first time since Endgame,
which means next year, 2027. We'll have seen Doomsday by that time. We'll be preparing for Avengers Secret Wars. So that hype's going to continue.
Oh, it's going to
keep building. Anything, there might even be more people.
Oh, I think so.
More people next year.
No, I hope so.
Hall H will probably be cracking again with another
because we got some great announcements too. Not only did we get the trailer for Doomsday, like the full trailer for Doomsday, we got Black Panther 3 announcement. We got the
Ghost
Rider
casting for the new Black Panther has been announced. Yeah,
awesome. We got a Ghost Rider casting announcement. We got some great comic series from both the DC and Marvel panels, like what's coming out for both of those companies. It's awesome stuff.
Yeah, it's great, and
it is. Again, I will say, I love coming now and talking about this sort of thing because immediately afterwards, you can't go on your phone, you can't go on any social media the day of or afterwards without everybody that's there is posting their news reveal, big, and I try to post some of those things, but I cannot be sort of that
it gets a little oversaturated.
It gets a little oversaturated,
especially if this is what your algorithm is showing
which
you,
is what mine does.
You're exactly, it's same. It's like you flipping in every other video is someone telling you about this
the same news that
an influencer walking around talking about something.
Yeah,
and that's great. It's awesome, but we even were joking around where it's nowadays it's you almost don't have to go to Comic-Con. You should, but you almost don't have to because it's so many people are showing
if you string together all the footage that people have put online. It's you're basically there.
But do yourself a favor and go in person
because you're not getting the energy,
right? And even go to LA Comic-Con, which is a lot easier to go to or get access
or
to.
go to a con in your local area. If you get to get a chance to go. I can't speak for all of them because obviously this was my first one, so I don't know what they are all like. But if it's anything, even to a smaller scale like San Diego, just the joy that you'll feel of being surrounded by like-minded people is pretty crazy.
I think we should go to LA Comic-Con this fall. I think that would be
it'd be fun.
It'd be fun, yeah. And I think we would I haven't been to the LA Comic-Con before. That one I have not been to, but it's great.
Cool. A
little bit cheaper.
I'm down.
A little bit easier.
I'm down for
Comic-Con is definitely it's hard to get a pass.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a pass. So that's something where with
you
LA
do have
Comic-Con,
to kind of plan very far ahead.
Yeah, LA Comic-Con, you're just doop, 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 buy a ticket for the day.
Go down. If you live in LA.
If you live in LA. Right. For those of you.
You're in Philadelphia.
I always forget, we live in a city of cons.
We do. and pros.
People come in. People come into the shop all the time like, oh yeah, I was at this comic book convention.
And I went to here and I got signed.
And I'm like, no, they had that.
Yeah, right.
I was out in Reseda at a convention.
At a convention last Tuesday. And I'm like, con on a Tuesday? What's going on?
I'm like, okay. Some people are dedicated. They'll drive out there.
They will.
It was 3 hours out, but I went to Vegas and I
got to meet Todd McFarlane, and you're like, "What? Todd was there?
Yeah,
what are you doing?"
Got books signed.
Signings are huge. That's another big thing too. And I will say this:
you got an issue of.
I did get one of my current favorite writers right now, Dennis Camp, does one of my favorite books out right now, which is Assorted Crisis Events. And our boss June was able to get me a signed copy from Dennis and the artist of number 1 of Assorted Crisis Events, and it was very special, beautiful book. I love it. Yeah.
Also coming from Dennis Camp is the Shadow of the Bat series.
Same creative team.
Yeah, same creative team.
Coming from Absolute Martian Manhunter, and then they're doing and Assorted Crisis, but they're doing Shadow of the Bat, which we're getting a Batman story by Dennis Camp.
And I really liked the mission statement that he had kind of posted about what this series is about, and kind of identifying the hurdle of telling a fresh new Batman story because. Gosh, for me, that would be the heaviest
scariest
undertaking
thing.
Is trying to find something new to do with these characters because it's hard. When people knock these stories or what's currently coming out or even in the past, it is so hard to write stories for these characters that have years years, decades
of backstory,
decades of story. But time is also helpful in that way because every decade presents a new era of technology or social issues or things that can be touched
the world
upon.
changes, so therefore we get changes within these characters, and it's good and it's important.
Yeah,
it's important that happens.
Yeah, because it keeps things relevant. It keeps it. It makes it so that people can continue caring.
As
about
these stories are, in many ways, are modern morality tales and are myths of like, hey, right and wrong, good and evil. What's all these deeper questions that comics are allowed to ask in a safe kind of way.
Yeah.
As time progresses, these stories have to ask some different questions.
Totally. And we're getting that, and I love it.
Yeah.
I think it lends itself to better
storytelling, and sort of cycling back from that point.
More intricate plot lines.
Yeah. Which brings me to the X-Men.
A
very relevant social commentary that it was back in, when it came out. Chris Claremont, Stan Lee, all what the X-Men were spoke so heavily to social climate of the day. Mm-hmm. And now, and it's been, we've had our X-Men movies, we've had our things, but I feel like now with this new X-Men series that they're coming out with, that the movies are starting to, the MCU X-Men stories, we are getting a very cool opportunity to tell an X-Men story that can be set in the modern day, that
which is a little scary.
It is very scary.
And it should be, because that's a lot of where, like you were just saying, this is where this all stemmed from. So folks, like, don't be surprised about this. This is what it was always about. It was always about this.
And if you say, I don't want to see my X-Men getting political, that's what it is. It is a social commentary.
And I'm sorry, one of the best X-Men storylines that people will recommend you if they read X-Men comic books is God Loves, Man Kills. You can't read that book without it having that. It's a really big aspect of the X-Men lore and mythology, and it has to be there. And it always was there.
It always was
not
there.
Really even a debate.
No, and when you
that's what it is, guys.
And when you break it down, most comics are like that.
Most comics are like that as well.
But the X-Men are, you think some of these have been heavy-handed? The X-Men is going to be heavy-handed, hopefully.
Yeah.
If they're doing their job and they're telling these stories correctly, the X-Men allegory is very important.
And we have X-Men 97 that's in full swing with season 2 right now. It's excellent.
I've just been rewatching through the first season again, and the themes are really important.
Oh, absolutely. The themes are really important. And
I cry at the...
Oh, someone's we have a caller.
We have a caller on line one.
Hello. Hey, here we go. I absolutely agree. And those themes continue throughout season 2, and it gets dark.
Yeah.
So with this X-Men relaunch in the MCU, which I'm so excited about, we just found out who's playing Cyclops.
We got Cyclops.
Emma Frost. Other characters.
Yeah. Which again, spoilers for Spider-Man Brand New Day. If you haven't seen it, spoilers.
Here it is. The spoilers.
Let's do a little clip of pre-talking about any of this.
Yes.
We're going to be talking a little bit about Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Spoilers ahead. If you haven't seen the movie, please, highly recommend go see it.
Yes. It is, by the time this episode launches, the embargo off spoilers is slightly lifting.
It should be slightly lifted.
It's getting there, but we're not going to do that to you guys.
No,
we're not going to
giving you a heads up. Spoilers. Go watch it. And I love that you're listening to us. We're going to talk about. We're going to share our opinions. Form your own opinions, though.
Yeah.
Don't just listen to people on the internet.
Exactly. Please.
And
we're still going to play it safe.
Sure. I'm going to
conscientious of people's situations.
Yeah.
And not everyone can go to the
not everybody go
right
to the theater.
But good Lord, though, if you have a phone and you're on the internet, you're probably. It's tough to avoid things these days. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Be wary as we get closer to Avengers Doomsday. That's like one movie where I'm just like,
don't spoil
everyone,
that. Please. I don't. You know what? I don't care if your uncle's nephew's dentist cousin works for Marvel and got the script leaked in. It's always the dentist cousin. If he finds a shredded document and pieces it back together, that's the Arabic script of Doomsday. Don't post it online. Don't do it. Just come on, guys.
Come on.
I hate that where it's like, and then if you're an influencer, don't talk about if somebody leaks the whole script.
BTS.
Yeah.
Don't show me BTS.
Yeah.
I don't want to see anyone standing on their wire, hanging in the wires or that. I don't want to see it.
Which again, we talked about that for Brand New Day, and to be honest with you, those fight scenes, stunning.
Yeah, they were like
the movement.
Okay, so all of Spider-Man's movement, the fight choreography was visceral.
Oh, so good.
And just like so intense. And I think we both were messaging each other. We're like, we both went home and re-downloaded Spider-Man 2.
The video game.
We were like, I need to feel this.
I got to feel this
I
again.
need to continue. But
God,
just in the
good.
beginning where, you know, Peter's in a real dark place in the beginning of the film, and he just drops off the side of that building and is just free falling. And you get that awesome shot where you're within his mask and you kind of see his eyes and the reflection of the city going through his lens, you know, across. I just, man, the cinematography, in
the coloring, the cinematography, the score.
New York was beautiful.
New York felt lived in.
It felt lived in.
Yeah.
It felt real and like raw.
And Peter, this is the biggest thing I'll say about this movie. Peter's interaction with every other single character in that film and their reaction to him that's what made this feel the most like Spider-Man to me. Right. The smallest interaction he had with the kid on the street. You're okay. You're okay. You're good. Yeah. And like those were real moments of people dealing with Spider-Man. And that's, I mean, the way that, spoilers again, the way that Hulk deals with Spider-Man or Bruce Banner, the way that Punisher interacts with Spider-Man is different than the way he interacts with anybody else in his like life because it's Spider-Man.
Well, it's like, you know, Marvel remembered that this is a shared universe.
Yeah. And it felt like that.
And having these characters interact with each other and having, you know, great writing and you know, a good story, it just like lends itself to when these characters do meet and they interact.
That's fun.
And like that's what people
this
want.
is fun.
What people are getting excited about as well, is like, you know, that's part of the reasons why an Avengers movie is so great, because we finally get to see all these different characters collide and you know, it just creates for these interactions.
And
that
I know a big criticism of the MCU has always been, you know, it feels like it's too much homework, or it feels like it's too much, you know, you got to catch up on 30 movies before you watch it. You really don't.
No.
They do a good job pretty much of like giving you all the information you need to know within the movie if you're paying attention. But also, I don't look at these things like homework. No. Most people that like comics or like that enjoy these stories, it's fun. I'm going back and doing a rewatch of the MCU right now, and I'm having a blast.
You're watching a movie. You're not. We're not telling you to like go watch Schindler's List.
Yeah, you know? And you don't have to like take notes on it. Like
Schindler's List is a great movie.
It's a great movie. But this is
just saying,
if this isn't fun for you, if reading comics and going through, you know, years of comic book continuity or just history of a character,
take a break,
isn't fun anymore. Take a break.
I also implore you to take it when you do take a step back. By the time you decide to get back into
if you do,
you're going to be stoked.
Yeah, you're going to get more exciting.
Because I'm going to say, we both agree on this.
Yeah.
There have been amazing movies. And if I could give a little bit of a like a precursor to Doomsday, maybe a watch list, I would say definitely watch Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts is a big one.
Watch Thunderbolts. Watch Fantastic
Four.
Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. Loki.
I
would say Loki is a pretty big one.
Yeah.
But honestly... And you know, maybe the other Avengers movies.
Sure.
Just because, you know, especially
if you haven't seen Endgame in a long time, maybe watch Infinity War
back and watch it
one more time.
Those
are excellent.
They're excellent movies. Yeah. They're going to be re-releasing Endgame with some extra footage that's supposed to be like tying into Doomsday. I don't know what that's about. I have something. My theory is that it has something to do with Steve.
Okay,
and that journey back because
Tony.
I think it's Steve because
both of them?
They might be both, but they talked about many times about doing a short like series of Steve going back to Return the Stones.
Sure.
So I think they filmed some things for that, and they're just going to use that as a little precursor.
There's also some purposeful, I think, ambiguity with what is happening with Steve, what has happened with Steve, because it's been sort of a topic of debate in the movies of what exactly happened to Steve, and for someone who's like a little bit more casual with like, you know, their approach, it could be seen, it could, you know, and people have also forgotten, which again, go rewatch.
That's what it's for.
You know, because that's something I'll hear from some people who will be like, "Oh, I just like can't remember," and I'm like, "Well, go rewatch."
But also, if you are a busy person, you don't have time to rewatch, but you want to like get caught up,
look it up.
There are so many YouTube videos or little shorts that give you a brief recap of everything you need to know.
Absolutely.
Like the information's out there. No one is making you do this, and if it's not fun, don't do it. But if you do want to do it, there's so many resources.
Yeah, the rabbit hole is deep, and it's quite exciting. I love doing the deep dive on like what, especially you know, with just comic books where you find suddenly suddenly you come across a storyline you maybe weren't very familiar with before, and you're like, I want to find out.
Or a character. I love doing that. When I was growing up and I would pick a comic book off the shelf, or it was like volume 4 in a 10-volume series, and I didn't read volumes 1 or 2, and it was the only one I could get. So I'm reading through it, and I'm going, I love this story, but who's this? Who's Maverick? Who's, Omega Red?
That's so wild that you just said Maverick, because I was just going to say Maverick recently was a character where I was like, I want to know more about
this
Maverick.
guy?
I've seen him like pop up in things before, and he's got this like crazy Jim Lee kind of like design
the mask
with the mask,
and the guns.
He's got the pouches. He's a part of that era, that team,
that Rob Liefeld pouch era.
And so, it's funny that you said
you were thinking Maverick.
I was literally
loudly.
thinking Maverick.
Yeah, I just I am Charles Xavier.
But yeah, there are a lot. Yeah, you are. No, I'm really excited
bald.
about. Sure. No, I mean, hey, James McAvoy.
Honestly, you and me, Xavier Magneto, one year for Halloween.
Yeah,
come on, man.
So. You won't know for sure for Halloween. Yeah, no,
but not in real life.
Not in real life.
I'm saying just I just want to sit down and roll around for Halloween.
But I do actually. What am I talking about? Like,
come on, man.
Magneto's sick.
Let's do it.
If I could play Magneto in a video game like Tokon Fighting Souls, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, dude.
Which, by the way, that game's out.
It is. Just came out yesterday.
Yeah, when you watch this episode, it'll be out.
Yeah, for a while.
It's great, dude. It's an awesome fighting game, and I'm trying to dedicate myself to learning. They have like a battle guide, right?
Yes,
where you can pick, and they do this in other fighting games as well. But you can pick whatever character, Magneto, and they'll give you a breakdown on like the combos that work best for him or whatever, and you can just kind of grind and practice those until you
get something.
Feel like you've mastered the character, right? I'm trying to take this game seriously.
Yeah.
And I have a little bit of rivalry with our coworker Nick.
Is he around? Is he Nick?
Coming
after you, Nick.
Yeah, no.
I'm not. Eli is.
I'm coming after you.
Eli's coming after you, but I'm here right now.
It's just
this will be. We're gonna clip this. Let's send out your challenge to Nick right now.
Yeah, Nick. This is my challenge to you, sir. Tokon Fighting Souls, you and me. I think you're actually going to be on the podcast pretty soon.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're going to be able to talk more about it then. We'll have fought and battled, and there will be a victor.
Yeah, we'll be able to crown a champion.
Or we do it live.
Oh, we could do a live tournament.
Yeah, just like a fight, right?
That'd be fun.
No, it's a great game. So many Easter eggs hidden throughout the entire thing.
I got to talk to one of the devs the other day where he came into the shop, but I was telling him, I was like very thankful. Doom is in the game. Doom's my favorite, so he was like,
if you get the game, you get a profile PlayStation profile pick, like a pack of them, and they have a Doom one. It looks really cool. I was like, that's Caleb's new.
It's going to be my new avatar. It's been Spider-Man for so long since the Spider-Man 2 game came out.
Now you have
a
Doom.
Got to be Doom.
But anyway, I have a. That's right. I wanted to say. So for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, it's a little bit of a mouthful.
I just Marvel Tokon.
I do have Marvel Tokon. I have sort of a wish list of characters that I want added into the game, and they've already announced the year one character pass. So there's going to be 4 DLC characters for now announced. There will be more. But the way the game is set up is the characters are all in teams of 4.
Okay.
And so we just had Phoenix Cyclops announced as the first DLC character of the game. And there's still 3 other characters that we don't know about.
Mystery characters.
But there is a prequel comic book that's on sale now. And there's heavy implications on who those remaining 3 characters might be. So we're looking at a cosmic team.
Okay. Maybe Surfer?
Yeah, Shalabal.
Shalabal.
Yeah, is one of the characters. Shalabal.
Nice.
Thor. Nova.
Oh my God.
Those are looking like the next 3 characters, and that will round out and then Phoenix Cyclops as the cosmic team. But if we were to keep going beyond that, I have a few other wish list characters that I want in there. I feel like we would get Captain Marvel.
Sure.
We have Miss Marvel in there. I think Captain Marvel would be great. Yeah, Carol Danvers. Who else? I also have the Punisher. I think he would be a great street level character add in there. I want Daredevil to be in the game, but here's the catch.
Here's the rub.
On the New York City battle stage, you see Matt looking through a window of Nelson and Murdoch, and he's up there in the corner checking out. And so I don't know, like
they'd have to take him out of that window if they ever put him in the game,
right? And there were a few characters who cameo like
the
that.
guy in the window. That's Mike Murdoch. That's his brother.
Oh, right, of course.
It's not Matt.
Aha! Yes.
See, Matt Murdoch isn't Daredevil. What are you talking about? See, he's right there.
So there's some things like that. When you battle at the X-Mansion, there are some X-Men in the background cheering on, like while you're fighting.
Sure,
it's like kind of maybe safe to say that those won't be characters in the game.
I mean,
otherwise,
if the game goes well and keeps going as strong as it looks like it's gonna, then
Well, it's not Marvel Rivals. It's one thing that's kind of like I've realized is that they're announcing these 4 DLC characters that are going to probably come out over the course of the next year. It's only 4 characters.
Yeah.
And that's fine. A lot of fighting games don't just dump characters.
No,
into
it's a lot more of a heavy roster. Like you get to know the characters that you play with really well in those games. And it is more of a, competitive.
The balance and the mechanics are very important.
They're
you
very
can't just
important.
Throw in.
No.
It messes up
and
like
then,
team synergies.
And then you fix it over the course of the next few months.
Right.
But again, Marvel Rivals, phenomenal. Bringing out the Hood recently. I got to play with Jubilee the other night and had a blast.
Yeah. Dude, that game is just like firing off on all cylinders, and this season's been very closely aligned with X-Men
97, with some apocalypse stuff. Yeah.
But it's been good, man. It's been good.
All right. Well, we're running out of a little bit of time here, so I think before we go, you want to do a hero panel pick, or you want to do an alter ego challenge?
Let's do an alter ego challenge.
You want to do alter ego challenge?
I always get a little nervous about these because, look, I like to think that I'm this big old nerd that knows so much about comic books, and then this guy always hits me with something where I'm just damn it.
We go back and forth. You know things, and I know things. Our knowledge is shared.
Yeah. Can I also just say something really quick about just like there are no? Okay, hold on. I want to
phrase this correctly.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
So help me.
Okay.
I just want to point out that I want to say there are no tiers of fandom. Nerdum or fandom, fandom or whatnot. But I guess so. You could have someone who's an aficionado and literally knows every detail or fact.
I think that there's what you're trying to say. There's an important there's levels of knowledge that you have based on how many years that you have been involved and invested in these things. But that only means that you are in a place of with great power comes great responsibility. With knowledge, you have the responsibility to educate in a kind and good way. We want people in this fandom, right? So if you are being a gatekeeper or a dick about what you know and how you've learned it, that's not inviting people who might not know as much but be very excited into the fandom. And guess what? The more that you know, sometimes the less excited you are about these things because you're just in it all the time. These people that are new and coming in, they're very excited.
Exactly.
That energy is important.
And I think what I want to say is you can be a huge Spider-Man fan. You can say, I'm Spider-Man's #1 fan. I'll say this. And never read a Spider-Man comic book. You know why? Because I see 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, kids who love these characters who've never read a single comic book in their life. And I can tell you right now that their love for that character is probably stronger than most of ours all put together.
Sure.
Because they just authentically love Spider-Man and what he stands for. And yes, once you start reading and you get into that world, that just it broadens it and it turns into a whole new thing. But you can love these characters and you don't have to be this comic book whiz that has read every single issue Spider-Man
you do not.
or seen every single movie or animation.
Nope.
No.
And guess what? No matter how much you think you know, there's somebody out there that knows more than you.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there that has more knowledge than you. That's not the point of being a fan.
Exactly.
No. All right. So let's jump. We're gonna
not beat a dead horse.
You can what is it? You can lead a dead horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah.
You can beat that horse all you want, but you can't make it drink.
All right, hit me.
All right, so we're going to go back and forth.
Yeah.
I'll say this is how alter ego works. I'm going to say the superhero's alter ego name. You give me the superhero name.
Okay.
All right,
Let's go.
And then back and forth.
Boom.
We're going to start with Richard Rider.
Richard Rider Nova.
Boom, got it.
Well, not really an OG Nova, but
the big one.
The big one.
All right, hit me.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah, lock in, man.
I gotta lock in. Okay. Oh God. Matt Gargan.
Scorpion.
Okay.
Ilyana Rasputin.
Magic.
Nice.
Peter Rasputin.
Colossus. Are we doing villains too? Or okay, cool. Anybody, any character.
Yeah. Charles Xavier.
Professor X. We're gonna do
Peter Parker.
Mark Spector.
Moon Knight.
Nice.
Frank Castle.
Punisher. We're gonna say Clint Barton.
Hawkeye. Jarvis.
The butler. Jarvis the butler.
Jarvis the Jarvis.
Jarvis the Jarvis.
Okay. Kurt Wagner.
Oh, the Incredible Nightcrawler. Kyle Rayner.
Green Lantern.
Nice.
Whoa, we're going to DC.
I was like, haha, could I trip you up here?
Yeah. John Jones.
The Martian Manhunter. Lovely. Norin Rad.
The Silver Surfer. Yes.
Nice.
Shalabal.
The Silver Surfer.
Loki.
Lao Fei San. All right. Now, yeah.
Thor.
Fuck. Sorry. Language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do.
Aunt May.
Why are you just giving me names of people? Oh, real quick before we go. Okay, so that's fun. I'm gonna bring a harder list next time.
Okay.
Like in my notes app or something. Before we go.
Uncle Ben.
So, just as a funny story, there's did you see the thing about the billboard on Sunset with the guy living in it?
No.
So there's a movie coming out on Netflix called like the Last House or something, or like Last House, and it's about a guy trapped in a house, but they built a billboard with an actual like apartment in it,
I have seen
and there's
this.
a guy
Just
living in
walking
it,
around
just,
it,
and like
yeah.
holding up signs and stuff.
Yes.
I want to talk to that guy's agent. I want jobs like that.
That's so
it's air
good.
conditioned. They give him food. Like he's up there from Thursday to Saturday.
I love that.
Just like chilling in a billboard.
Dude, that is one of the cool things about living
That
in
is
LA.
really so fun.
You drive around, you see, right now, if you're on the 405 going northbound, by LAX, they have that giant brand new day.
Oh yeah,
spread.
I see it every day.
Dude,
Coming home,
sick.
it's so fun. But like,
Love that.
I want to be the the Uber Eats driver that's like, pull up to the billboard and drop off my food.
It's like, no, he probably has like a hook.
Oh, well, yeah, he pulls it up to him or something, or they get drones dropping him food. Anyway, I want that job. Whoever hires people to live in billboards for a weekend,
Yeah.
hit me up. Your boy's ready to take a break and read a book.
Yeah, we'll be up there reading comics.
Reading comics in the
reading
billboard.
comic books at the beach.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
read
my
comics in
books
a billboard. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening
Thanks
to
so
Hero
much.
Panel. We love you guys.
Check out some of our other videos that we've been posting.
Yes.
We got a great interview with a creator named Zach Ruiz. He does awesome stuff online. Check out what he's got going on. And, see what else we got in store. We're going to be posting more funny videos throughout the month.
And
keep
just,
you updated.
Yeah, and check out this guy's reviews and recommendations for books.
Yeah, we're trying to put out more, more content.
Yeah.
More content around comic books and video games and whatnot. And we're trying to get creative with it and show you something maybe that you haven't seen before. And
And your support, as always, is so encouraging, and we really appreciate it. So thanks for listening.
thanks, guys. Bye.